At the next traffic light, use the left lane and turn sharply left onto Sunset Boulevard.
Hi guys, we are back again with car chats. I feel like they have a different name every time I come on, but I don't really think they need a name. There's just me chatting. I was going to say in my car, but it's not my car. Let me take my sunglasses off. That's a bit better, isn't it? But it's obviously not my car, and I'm not sat on my own driveway either. I've just kind of parked up in Beverly Hills. I love it here. I genuinely... It started out as a bit of a holiday, and it's turning out into a bit of a how do I live here mission, which kind of wanted to move here at some point anyway, but it's kind of just made me fall in love with it. So yeah, anyway, I digress. I wanted to do today's video kind of a follow-up to the one that I did last time, the previous video, just about not feeling great and whatever, and things not being as expected. And I was thinking yesterday, and I was like, why am I so hard on myself? Like, why can't I just accept myself as I am? Because that's good enough. And if it's good enough for me, then fuck it. Not, I want to say fuck everyone else, but not fuck everyone else, because no one else is putting pressure on me. But I basically just wanted to do this video about, firstly, why you should accept yourself, but also why you should stop just being so hard on yourself. Because I think a lot of us are hard on ourselves, like we're our own worst critic without even realising it. Like, if I sit and think some days about the things I say to myself, or like I go to Pilates and I'd be like, God, I'm by far the biggest girl in this room, or I don't know, I can't do stretches as well as everyone else, or God, everyone here is so pumped, like, or they're in such better shape than me. That's constantly like telling myself and my body that I'm not good enough, that my body's not good enough. And I just think we're so hard on ourselves, and it's time to stop. So basically, how I've been doing it is I've basically just been writing down all the things that I'm proud of. I think I said this in my last video actually, but all the things that I'm proud of achieving or have achieved in a certain time frame, or a day, or even in my life, which sounds really deep, but I think sometimes you've just got to look at things for what they are and as they are, because it's so easy to fall into a trap of I'm shit, or I'm not good enough, or I don't have enough, or whatever. But like, it's gratitude, isn't it? But like, think of the things that are working out, like whether it's your career or your relationships or your friends or your finances or travel, or even like self-progression and self-development, like things that you've gone through or books that you've finished. Like, the tiniest things make such a big impact. I have noticed a massive difference. I'm sweating in this car, by the way. I have noticed a massive difference in, I appreciate the smaller stuff so much. Like, I'm not that materialistic anyway, and I'm quite low maintenance as well when it comes to like hair and beauty and stuff. But I have noticed since I've been on this self-development journey for probably about 8-9 years now, I don't want for like things that I don't have. And not like that, but I don't like, I used to before look at people and be like, I wish I was like that, or I wish I could afford that, or they go on loads of holidays, why don't I do that? I don't really have that like jealousy or self-comparison anymore, which is really good. And I think once you start appreciating and looking at what you actually have and who you actually are, you really subconsciously start to like yourself. I'm really sweating. I might have to do some aircon. I can't do aircon and the camera though. I'll keep it short and sweet. I got a bit of a draft. You might just have to, we're just gonna have to do it. You'll have to listen to the aircon because your girl is sweating over here. So yeah, I won't do a big long video about how to accept yourself unless you want me to, or maybe like put things in the comments and I'll put my key tips and answer your questions and stuff down there. But really focus on accepting yourself as you are. If it's your body or your body size or your relationship status or your career, like, accept you as you are rather than always living in, there's a term, in the, like, living as if you're without, because the majority of us, and probably a lot of you watching this video, aren't living without. You're enough, and what you have is enough. It's just because we're so exposed to, sounds cliche, but social media and what everyone else is doing, and coming to places like this, like, wild. The what happens here is wild. I literally can't get over it. But it does make you feel like you are without a little bit. There's a something word, a something mindset. What is it called? An abundance mindset. So if you live in, let's just call it less than mindset. If you live in a less than mindset, you're constantly thinking, what do they have and what don't I have? Whereas you should be living in abundance. You should be living, if you're putting in the work, and if you're working on you every day, and you're being a nice person, and you're not being a dick, and you are living in balance, whether it's working out or eating healthy, like, but still doing the things that you enjoy, like, look at that as a holistic view of who you are and how you live your life, and stop telling yourself that you're less than. Because I said it at the beginning, but some days, honestly, I can get to the end of today and I think, fuck, I've been so hard on myself. So really look at yourself and tell yourself facts. One thing that really helps me is I think I've mentioned it before, but I do it a lot, actually, pretty much every day. I'd say 90% of the time, 95% of the time. Every day I write down 5 things that I like about myself, and it can be physical, it can be mental, it can be something that I've done for somebody else, it can be about work and how driven I am, it can be anything. But honestly, it helps you so much to just realise who you are. Like, I'm not always into this whole Sasha Fierce alter ego thing, but I'm very realistic, and I am absolutely sweating is what I am. But we're just gonna have to go with it. I probably won't talk for too much longer. But you really have to just be comfortable being you. And honestly, the biggest compliment that I get is, you're very I'm very like street smart, but also I've got quite nice style, but I dress like myself, and I dress quite I don't dress unique, but I don't really follow the crowd or follow trends, which is, I like that about myself. But also, I'm very like nerdy and down to earth, and I'm not bothered that I don't go out drinking or like I'm in the hottest clubs. Like, I've got quite a good balance of both. So, and for ages I was a bit ashamed of that. Like, I used to be a bit shy of it, and now I'm like, oh fuck it, it is who I am. Like, if I don't want it, like, I've been obviously come here on my own. So many people have said to me, do you want to come out drinking, like blah blah blah, and I'm like, no, I couldn't think of anything worse. I don't want to go out drinking. And then I do start to question myself and think, oh my god, am I missing out? Like, should I be more fun? But actually, my version of fun is like going to the gym, honestly, reading my book, sunbathing, and going out for food. I love going out for breakfast on my own. Like, don't come with me, I want to go on my own. So I think sometimes it is just having a really honest chat with yourself and saying, this is who I am, this is what I like to do, this is what I don't like to do, and that's okay. Like, that is okay. And I think, really, I sound like a broken record in this video. Hi, I'm Chloe, and I am a broken record. But honestly, watch your thoughts. It is the hardest thing, and honestly, when I read it in books or when I see people talk about it on self-development videos like this one, I honestly roll my eyes. I'm like, bar off, hun, you can't watch your thoughts. You actually can't. But I do think every now and then, like, try and check in, or if you're feeling like shit, the first thing I usually do is be like, what have I said to myself today to make me feel like this? Because the narrative comes from me. It comes from external factors, obviously. You don't just tell yourself you're all these things. But the pressure comes from me. The pressure that I put on myself comes from me. And the heat in this car, because your girl is dripping. I don't know if you can see this sweat, but anyway, it's like being in hot yoga. But yeah, the pressure comes from you. So really kind of watch yourself. And also, I think I said it in my last video, but like, get active, do the things that you like, be around like-minded people. One thing, actually this is a good one, one thing that I did for years and years and years throughout my 20s was try and put myself with cool people, or people that I thought were cool, but those cool people were like hanging out in clubs and drinking loads and like on the scene and taking drugs and stuff, and that just was never me. Like, it was never me. So I always felt like I was a spare part, and I always felt like I was the problem, when actually I was just around the wrong people. You have to understand that there's nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. None of us are perfect. We all have flaws. We all have areas of our lives that we're better in than others. We all have friends who are better at relationships than us, or better at dating than us, or better at dancing than us, or better at their careers or finances or whatever it is. But equally, you will have things about you that are better than other people's qualities, for example, and that's okay. It's totally normal. So just pinch yourself for a minute the next time you're feeling crap about yourself, or the next time you're being hard on yourselves, and just realise, write down everything that you're achieving, everything that you are, everything that you like about yourself, and everything that you are grateful for, and journal. Honestly, I will broken record journaling, because journaling is the one single thing, as well as working out, that can change my mood in one little instant. Like, the second I put pen to paper, I'm like, oh, and then it all comes out. But honestly, like, I am really coming to realise and trying more and more to really just look at me for who I am, and why I'm in the positions that I'm in, and how I've got there, and what's working and what's not, and just being okay with being me. That's really my objective at the moment, is to live life happier, but as me, not as anybody else, not comparing myself to anyone else, but not as me. And if you're feeling the same, like, I really want you to be able to put that project in your life to feel better about you, being you, because there's nothing worse than feeling like you're not enough as yourself. Like, the objective here is to feel whole and to feel happy. So yeah, I hope this video helps. Honestly, please ask any questions in the comments. If you relate to this video, please, I really want to get conversation going in the comments. So if you're watching this and you relate to it, whether you're male, female, younger, older, let's just start sharing ideas, or like sharing thought patterns or whatever, and praising each other, because it can be hard sometimes, and it can get lonely, and we all put too much pressure on ourselves. So yeah, if you do resonate or relate to any of this video, please comment, please like, and please subscribe. And yeah, I'll be back for the next one, when I'm hopefully not sweating. Can you see this sweat? What is going on? Oh, it's dripping on my chest. Right, I'm gonna go. Love you all. Peace out. Have a good day. Bye.